Happy New Year! Or Happy Losar here in Nepal. They have their own Gurung New Year here in this area, in this village, and well, in the whole Gurung community. And it happened to coincide with the normal New Year here this year. Sometimes it's within a few days. We had a big celebration last night, some dancing, feasting, it's good times. I'm filming.
Where will you be next year? New Year to December last year.
Look at all that food! I've been here now a little over a week, and it's been great. It's definitely pretty cold at nights. Community's awesome, my family is awesome. I could probably spend a lot more time here if it wasn't so cold this time of year, because I am trying to get some work done on my computer, and that takes, sort of need a little bit more comfort, a little more warmth in order to properly get that done. So I don't know, I think I'll probably just spend 2 weeks and then head back to Pokhara, have a week there to really hammer out some work. And then Marnie will be coming, and we'll be going for a hike into the Annapurna. If, that is, I do not hear from the boat captain who is potentially going to sail from Sri Lanka to Djibouti with me. I found him on a Facebook group, and he's got a small boat, I think maybe 35-40 foot boat. He's over in Thailand right now, and I told him my situation, and he seemed keen to help me out, but I think it all depends on what crew he finds to get from Thailand to Sri Lanka, and whether they want to join all the way to the Mediterranean, or whether he wants them to join all the way to the Mediterranean after he gets to India or Sri Lanka. So it's an interesting situation. I don't think he really wants to be forced to decide before he gets to India, but in order for me to be able to get on the boat, I need about a month in advance time to bicycle all the way down there. So it's a tricky situation. I'm sort of not putting any pressure on him or anything, because I know that will just sort of change his mind, but also sort of letting him know that I'd be super grateful and I'd pay for whatever expenses were needed and all that. And obviously he expects that, but I said I'd pay a little bit of extra for like fuel, which I wouldn't be using and stuff. So it's sort of funny that I offered to pay for fuel on my no motor journey around the planet, but sometimes it's the way it goes. So I could end up within like a month and a half hopping on a sailboat in the south of India and sailing to Djibouti, which would be pretty amazing. If not, I'll probably, well, extend my visa here in Nepal for 1 month, probably head back down to where the rhinos are and the elephants are and help out there with the Stand Up for Elephant folk, or do another hike up here in the Himalayas, perhaps do both, and then make my way probably back towards the northeast of India slowly and start heading to Europe. because I'll have to go through India, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, China, Mongolia, Russia, Kazakhstan perhaps, back into Russia perhaps, and then maybe all the way to Estonia. Not really sure. Lots of opportunity awaits. I'm excited. Am I excited? I'm excited right now talking about it for some reason. Maybe it's early in the morning. Maybe I'm not thinking properly because that's going to be a painful bike ride. It's, yeah, we'll see. Good times. My hand's getting sore. Oh, lucky you guys.
My name's Gurung. Just like everyone else in the village, the last name's all Gurung. Our village has 80 households, of which about 65 are Gurung. The Gurung tribe are a nation living in center to west Nepal. If you've heard of the Annapurna circuit trekking, that's the Gurung area. You'll be trekking in the Gurung area. There's roughly 600,000 Gurung people in the world, including in India and Bhutan. Gurung people, it's a paternal system, so like your paternal cousins are all your brothers and sisters. There's 176 Gurung clans, and if someone is of the same clan as you, no matter how unrelated they are to you by blood, they become your sibling. So for example, if I am a Lamtane, if there is a Lamtane from Sikkim in India, no matter if we are not related at all by blood, we are brothers. We will be brothers. Whereas your father's sister's children, even if they're your first cousin, they are still not as close as people from the same clan as you. So hence you end up with having like 50 brothers and sisters because back in the day people used to have many children and there were many siblings.
Charlie. Good pose for the video. So, Cammy's got a natural medicine here. He just pulls the leaves off of any single plant. Okay, no, it's a specific plant, I think. I hope. What's the plant called?
Mexican devil.
Mexican devil. And it's good for when you have a Canadian dummy who keeps cutting himself. Now I've actually reopened a cut that I had earlier. Looks pretty gnarly right now, actually. Anyways, he's got some plants he's gonna rub together and he's gonna pour the juice on the cut. Should I lick it first? No? Don't lick it first. Okay. Good Mexican devil plant juice. That's the good stuff. This will stop the bleeding and it will make me grow horns and love tacos. Just like that, I'm healed. Thank you. Dhanyabad. Just clearing this land. We're moving along. We've only got another 10 kilometers to go. My French friends are stoked because they're going to, they're really looking forward to doing a half kilometer of this stuff. All right. We're digging for turmeric and ginger here in the fields. We're gonna replant it in some other fields that we dug. The rain has begun. I think we're gonna get wet today. There's turmeric, ginger, and then one other root that looks exactly like ginger, but really doesn't smell much. It has a light lemongrass scent to it. Look at all this haul of ginger and turmeric. Yummy. Yummy. Esa. Turmeric. To feed the animals and help this mandarin tree. So I've just been sitting here all day watching these guys work hard. It's been good. I got to use an axe today. That was a lot of fun. Chopped down a bunch of big trees. Got myself all over the place. Oh, there he goes. Look at him walking. He's such a beautiful walker. Wow. Like a true Frenchman. How do you say sunset in Nepali?
Sunset in Nepal.
Yeah. Gahamdugu? Gahamdutnu. Dubnu. Gahamdubnu. Gam. Gamdubnu.
And sunrise means Gam Udam.
We're a cooperative of 6 families, and we started with making Artemisia essential oil because we don't eat Artemisia and it grows wild here, so it was theoretically it was a very good income source for us.
Too hard to make essential oil.
And from there we expanded, and now we're focusing on perennial agriculture. When you plant cabbage, you start it in beds and you make the seedlings, and then you make beds, fill it with manure, and plant each seedling, transplant each seedling into the beds, which results in one cabbage from one cabbage plant. And when you harvest the cabbage, the plant's dead, it's finished, right? Let's compare that to an apple tree. You start an apple seed, it makes a seedling, and you may or may not graft another apple variety on it, and then you transplant it into the fields, you get an apple orchard, and it will fruit every year until you die, basically. In comparison, perennials take away the workload of the farmer. So what we're doing here is we're trying to find perennials that will survive this harsh mountain climate. You can see that we are in the Himalayan foothills. There are perennial vegetables that have been neglected by modern farming. So what we're doing here with help from ECHO. ECHO is a agriculture organization who keeps seed for many of these neglected crops. What we're doing here is we're trying to find perennial vegetables, perennial grain, and fruit trees, of course, that work in this harsh climate. It's also, we have a very big situation here of water. There isn't enough water even to drink for 3 months of the year. So we cannot irrigate our crops. Annual succulent vegetables need a lot of irrigation. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find perennial alternatives to modern vegetables. For example, there is a cauliflower called perennial 9-star broccoli, but it's a cauliflower. It can survive with much less water, and because its life cycle is so long, it can survive droughts more than succulent vegetable. Right now we're focusing on Inca nut, Sacha inchi. Sacha inchi is a vine. It's super strong against drought. I haven't watered it once since I transplanted it. I transplanted it 3 years ago and I haven't watered it once. I haven't given it manure. I have not taken care of it. And passion fruit right now. They're both vines. This year we started harvesting ghak fruit. It's also a neglected crop. With that, we're also doing avocados, bananas, lemongrass. We're doing a lot of lemongrass, coffee, and all other grain crops. Within the co-op, we have 6 farms and it's 22 hectares. I think we're growing about 122 different crops, so it would be quite a task to name them all. Taro, mandarin oranges, normal oranges, lots of eggplants in the summer, and we're doing also perennial eggplants. There's one right there. It's called pea eggplant or turkey berry. Pears, peaches, figs, you name it, we're doing it.
I've seen this on Indian TV before. Yeah.